Hi everybody, this is Shanna with Shanna Sweets. Thank you for joining me in my continued series with So Many Stars. I'm a Kansas Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the outskirts of Wichita. If you're local, I do have some local classes, and I'm available for anybody who wants to have a workshop or a party with their friends. So I am using both the stamp set and the dies for this super cute, adorable top folding card. I'm using this sentiment here, which I need to actually pull out. The sentiment is actually long, but I'm going to show you how you can use it and use it for up and down. So you don't have to use it long ways if you don't want. You can use it on your card, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's get started. I'm going to put it on my block here. I got a long block so that some people cut theirs. I didn't choose to cut it this time. So I'm going to show you how we can do that. So I'm going to start by putting together. So in your dies, there's these little pieces here. You actually get 5 of them, but we're going to use 4. And I actually placed them, ran them through my die cutting machine, and I placed the 4 in the corners. So I just placed the little pieces. So I just took each piece and I laid it in the corner like that, okay? So each piece got laid in the corner, and I ran it through my Big Shot or whatever machine you're using for die cutting, and then it popped out with the pieces in there like that, and I just popped them out. Okay, so that gave me 4 pieces on my thing. They give you an extra one. Be very careful because I just dropped one. Took me forever to find it. So we're going to take some little glue dots here, and somewhere, oh, here's my Picket tool. So we're going to take, and this piece I have is 4 by 5 1/4 is my DSP, and it's lying on top of a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 piece of solid color. Okay, so right now I'm going to take each one of my corners and lay them to the side of their respected corners, and then I'm going to take some snail and put that on my DSP, and then I'm going to lay that on my solid piece here so that it is hopefully halfway straight. Well, mostly. And that's not the glue dots that I want. Alright, so I want these little glue dots here, and then I'm going to kind of fold them. You can curl and fold them to make them skinnier, because I want one here at the top, or at least sideways here. I'm going to show you one, and then I'll speed up through the rest of them here, because I don't think you need to painstakingly watch me. And put one down here at the bottom. And then probably another one at the top, because I really don't want these guys to pop out. You can kind of stretch them a little too. Sorry, I gotta be able to see. So if you kind of stretch it out a little, you can get it where it doesn't really show. Then you can put this little guy back in the, now you could put some Sizzix on this piece, the adhesive sheet, but I didn't want to waste my whole sheet. I guess you could put it in the corners and then cut it out. The other thing to do is to just put a dab of glue, which that one is just too, I don't really like that guy up there. So he's sticking out too much. So let's just try those guys. So that's the other idea, is if you take your multi-purpose here, or the other is the fine tip blue pen, but it's very liquidy, very watery. So you can take if you dab a little bit of the glue. Try doing that. So this little swirly, love this in the die set. I do have Sizzix on the back of this because it's so intricate. So I'm just popping the extra pieces out of it. And this is from our white, it's Dazzle. Sparkle, I think that's what it's called, sparkle paper. So you can get the Sizzix adhesive on Amazon if you don't have any left over from when it was on clearance or going off. So I have this guy. Sorry, I do have this star I cut out, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue. So these stars I cut the stars out by taking these two guys that were over here, and I put them together like this, and I cut them out at the same time. So layer them together, run them through your die cutting machine, and that's how I got this star. Okay. Thing. And then I can lay this guy right across my star. Give him a good smush. Make sure he's down good. Don't want them popping up on your card. I sell these cards in my craft booth, so I have to make sure they stay down good, because I don't want anybody to buy a card and give it out at Christmas time that isn't good, right? Alrighty, I'm going to have to interject this part of the video because my iPad rang in the middle of my video, and I thought I had stopped it and came back in, but when I finished the card, I realized it wasn't recording. So I had to restart, figure out where it stopped, and remake part of my card. So it looks a little different because I didn't have any more of that same color paper. So I'm using Feels Like Frost paper, by the way. I'm going to show you the stamping part. I just remade the card up to where I had to cut the video. So, lesson learned, always put your iPad on Do Not Disturb when you start making videos. I got an iPhone recently, well, a couple months ago, which I'd never had. I had a Droid before. So my iPhone and my iPad are linked, and so when my phone rings, my iPad rings. So yeah, new technology, didn't realize I had it. So I am using the Season's Greeting stamp, and it's all one piece. Sometimes I've cut my stamps, but this time I didn't want to cut it. So I've left it together, but what I'm going to do, I want to stamp the bottom first because I didn't want to take a chance of where, I wanted the greeting at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to cover up the seasons part, and I just have a Post-it note, so I have the sticky end first, and I'm just lining up where the greetings is at, okay? So I got that sticky on that side so that it can stick to my block. And then I used balmy blue even on this card. So I'm using that paper is the new In Color Rococo Rose. And this paper Feels Like Frost. If you look at the back, this tells you the colors that are in the paper, and balmy blue is one of them. And you can kind of see it in this paper here. So that's why I chose balmy blue. And you definitely can see the balmy blue in this paper throughout here. So that's why I chose balmy blue for the back of that one. So I'm going to ink that, and then I'll make sure you take the Post-it off. Done that before. And then I'm going to line it up here at the bottom and stamp. Leave it for a few seconds so that it absorbs into the paper. Clean off the stamp. I misplaced my pink squeegee thing from class the other day. Actually, I forgot to take it to class because Alright, now I'm going to stamp. I inked the seasons part, take off that, and now I can go above the greeting. Although I don't think I got the bottom of the S. Let me re-ink that. I'm not sure I got the bottom of that S. Surprisingly, you can't see I've stamped with a lot of red, real red, for this holiday season. I'm using a lot of real red with the Let It Snow. So there we go. Now, so this is going on 4 1/4 by 11. 4 1/4 by 11. And fold it in half. The bone folders are around here somewhere. And so just lots of tape. All right, now maybe you can tell me which one do you like better, the balmy blue or the Rococo Rose? So, thank you so much for watching my video. I still have a couple more to record. I'm gonna probably run back to back through the weekend on the rest of my So Many Stars series. But let me know which one you like better. Thank you for watching. Just a couple more days of my special. I'll put the host code down below with the special. Please like and subscribe and tell your friends about my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.